Sweatshirt, light jacket for the morning bus stop once again as we've got low temperatures dipping down into the 50s. We'll put it at 54 here in Baton Rouge, maybe a degree or two cooler as you go north and east of the capital city. But a quick warm up and you can see by the afternoon topping things back out into the low 80s. A few neighborhoods may even sneaking into the mid 80s for tomorrow afternoon. So short sleeve weather as we get towards the rest of the afternoon. Here's a look at Futurecast, and we're going to fast forward and kind of show you what to expect with things going forward in time. So as we advance through Thursday, you're going to notice not much change is expected as we make our way into Friday. Friday morning starts out quiet. You can see we've got a storm system, though, off towards the west, and it's going to continue to accumulate rain, but for Texas for the day on Friday. So Friday evening looks good for Live After 5. Going into Saturday morning, showers and storms move across the state line, so moving from eastern Texas into the western half of Louisiana. Now, early morning hours should be fine for Baton Rouge and surrounding areas. It's as we get kind of late morning into the afternoon, showers and storms will start to erupt here locally. Now, the big question mark is, how strong will these storms get, and can they take away some of the available energy in the atmosphere? If that takes place, what you're going to see here with Futurecast is our barren 3K model may actually come to fruition, which is a lull in the activity going into the latter half of the afternoon into the early evening. That would certainly be the best news for Southern football kicking off at 4 o'clock and then LSU football kicking off at 6:30. You can see as we look towards 8:30 how dry it is across the area. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen, but it is a possibility. Some of our short range guidance is suggesting this as a possibility. Then we're going to get the main energy with this storm system. That's going to be arriving as we go into the early morning hours on Sunday. And you can see we could have some intense thunderstorms kind of clustered together. One or two of those could be on the stronger to severe side as we get into the warm sector of the storm system. So there's the warm front, low off towards the west along with the cold front itself. But you can see how storms race off towards the east as we go deeper into the day on Sunday. And so by the time we get towards Sunday afternoon, things are already beginning to settle down here locally. Now, what you're looking at here is the flood threat as well as severe weather threat for Saturday into Sunday. It's a low end threat for both, but the bottom line is we could have some active weather in our forecast over the weekend. So a good way to have your way in tune to that is to have our free First Alert weather app, have those activated alerts so that you can be updated in case a watch or warning is taken with you, and click on that Follow Me tab. That way the app tracks with you so that if you're going to be traveling out and about, maybe heading to a pumpkin patch or heading to football games, what have you, tailgates, that way it'll alert you wherever you go across the state of Louisiana. Here's a look at Futurecast rain amounts, and this is the graph model. You can see what it's going to be illustrating here is as we get into the Saturday and then Sunday morning time frame is when the rains start to make their way in. So this is one model. Let's take a look at some other short range guidance as to what we could be seeing. You can see the European model is suggestively higher in terms of rain amounts all across the viewing area. GFS model similarly, while the NAM is pretty much the driest along with the graph, although the graph has this big bullseye here across St. Mary Parish moving into portions south of Baton Rouge. So question marks still remain as to how much rain we could see, but it looks like 1 to 2 inches on average not out of the question with some locally higher amounts. So again, that flood concern low, but not 0%. In terms of Tropical Storm Melissa, 45-mile-per-hour maximum sustained winds, but this is expected to ramp up pretty quickly as it kind of drifts just towards the south of Jamaica. This would be a dire situation for Jamaica if this forecast plays out. Major hurricane just to the south, barely moving and then eventually turning towards it. That would be lots of rain, lots of storm surge, and lots of wind for them. For us, it's going to be showers and storms over the weekend, then those rains could linger into the early part of next week as we await a bigger front to help clear us out. That should move in Tuesday into Wednesday. And notice those temperatures really dropping as we head towards Halloween.